All right, stats, Thursday, March 19th. We're going to learn about box plots today. Well, not learn. We already know about them. We're going to review box plots. So the first thing we have to do is type in our data. So we go stat, edit, clear that stuff out. Again, it's stat, then enter. Hopefully you can see this okay. Let's type some stuff in. So 10, doesn't matter the order, 12, 14, 19, 14, 9, 6, 13, 7, 19, 25, 24, 14, 28, 19, 11. So that's good. We got 15 things. I have 15 data points. That's good. We're going to talk about how to make a box plot and what can we conclude about this box plot. So remember, like we did yesterday, we can go stat, calculate one variable stats. We want to leave our frequency list blank for this one. And we want to go ahead and calculate. So here it's saying the mean is 15.3 repeating. These are our standard deviations, 6.7 and 6.49. The one that we normally use is the 6.7, but we'll talk more about that as we talk about the empirical rule tomorrow. The thing to make a box plot, you need these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your 5-number summary. So the 5-number summary here is your min, your Q1, your median, your Q3, and your max. So my min here is going to be 6. My Q1 is going to be 10. Median, which means middle, is 14, 19, and 28. And then the Math Excel might ask you when it talks about what can you conclude, like what's the range? So the range is just going to be this number minus this number. So the range here is going to be 22. And then it also might talk about the interquartile range. The interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1, so 19 minus 10. The IQR is going to be 9. Remember, each little spot here is going to be 25%, 25%, 25%, 25% of the data. So if I were making a little box plot here, I would go here and I would just maybe start at 5 and count up by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I would put little tick marks at 6, 10, 14, 19, and 28. And then to make the box plot, you put a box around Q1 and Q3. Put a line down the median. Boop. And then connect these. Cool. Remember, so that's how we make the box plot. That's good. Another way you can do that is you can go into your stat plot, turn your stat plot on, like we did in class. And then we want to use our box plot right here. And then remember we hit zoom 9, zoom stat, that'll make our box plot. And then to find those 5 numbers again, you just hit the trace button and it'll pop up. Oh, hit the trace button, boom. Min, Q1, median, Q3. The maximum number is 25% of the data between here and here, 25% between here and here, 25% between here and here, and 25%. So it pretty much takes the data and splits it up into 4 equal parts. Last thing, finding outliers. That can be kind of tricky for some. So to find the outliers, what you do is you take the IQR and you multiply by 1.5. So the IQR here is 9, and we multiply that by 1.5, just because that's kind of the rule of thumb. So 9 times 1.5 gives us 13.5. And then what you do is you take that and you add it to Q3 and you subtract it from Q1. So if I take that 13.5 plus 19, 32.5. And then 13.5 minus 6, so 6 minus 13.5, negative 7.5. As long as I'm in between negative 7.5 and 32.5, I am not an outlier. So if you look here, all of our data is inside of that range. So I don't have any outliers in this data. If I were at 33, I would be an outlier. And if I were at negative 8 or something like that, I would be an outlier. So again, it's the IQR times 1.5 that'll give you the distance that each little fence post is from Q3 and from Q1. So you take and you add it to Q3, and you take and you subtract from Q1. All right, cool. Have fun. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be around tomorrow. Actually, today I'll be around. Peace.